Hi everyone, I'm Marta from Genius Gecko, and in our last video we covered the OKR basics, so you know all the details. You probably should already know how it works, but today we are going deeper. Does your progress bar ever lie to you? You're, for example, 90% done in Jira, but the business value is still at zero. That's a progress illusion, let's call it like that, and it's the fastest way to lose your stakeholders' trust. Why is that? Let's find out. And today I'm going to show you how to fix your reporting once and for all. We're going beyond just naming OKRs and choosing the right type of those. I'm showing you how to build a strategic engine in BigPicture so that it reflects the truth, not just a count of finished tasks. Let's go. Project managers often get lost in the weeds, so strategic themes aren't just labels, they are your protection against useless work. If you can't link your objective to a theme, you may be wasting your team's time. Let's go to big picture. So I have a lot of projects, probably I should do some cleanup, but before that, let's go to our 2027 apps project. This is our portfolio. In this one, we can see that we have some strategic themes, we have some objectives of a different kind, right? So we can see different colors. We already discussed those. So in case you are interested in details related to OKRs, you can refer to our previous video and key results. And before the core, one of the biggest fears of 4 p.m., someone messing with the goals mid-quarter. BigPicture addresses that with customizable security options. So if you would go to the settings on the left-hand side, and then if you would choose permissions, then you'll get to see quite a few options. You can use basic or advanced permission setups to control exactly who can edit your OKRs, right? So this is the place where you are defining this one. And you can also even restrict access so that your source of truth, let's say, stays logged and reliable all the time. So this is where you are defining those. So no more accidental changes to your strategic roadmap. Okay, now let's discuss the core. So let's go back to our OKR overview, and here you have a set of our OKRs, right? First one is a strategic theme, fitness and wellness app market dominance in 2027. This one is planned for the whole year of 2027. And think of these strategic themes as your lighthouse, like they are long-term, high level. They sit at the portfolio level, like in this case, right? We are currently looking at our portfolio. And this is our strategic theme for this one. Objectives, on the other hand, are tactical. So like, for example, this one, creating the most engaging training app on the market. This lives at the project level rather, right? So it's the kind of like a milestone to dominate the market. We must build the app, right? That's why we have the team to dominate the market, right? Like in this place. And then we have the objective because we have to build this app. So we have to create it first to dominate the market, right? And remember, BigPicture lets you go even deeper with company, team, and personal objectives, right? So a company objective would be the what, right? Like create a JB app. Team objective is the how, so to create a FTS app. And then the personal objective is your specific contribution to that goal. It's all about alignment again, right? That's why we have this, for example, prepare revised project plan for the quarter. Okay, let's get into details. So you would tell me, all right, I know how to differentiate those. I know how to set up themes. I know how to set up objectives. Then key results, right? What's next? Like in this case, here's where the math of success is happening. In a big picture, progress isn't just a simple average, right? The progress is based on something. Like, for example, in this case. So we have our team objective to create the most engaging training app on the market. And then we have some key results when we would be able to really say that, okay, we did that, we achieved the plan. So it's completed, right? Let's look at one of those. So completion of the software development phase with a crash-free users score of more than 90.5%. Let me change the column setup, because if we would go to the right, we would see something that is a bit more interesting for us. So let's make this one one of the first columns. So, all right, we are looking at weight. We can add weight to each and every element that we are looking at on the screen, so within our OKR module. One of the ways to assess a weight of a key result or the objective is to add it to big picture, right? So like in this case, you can see that we have a column dedicated to add weight, and we have different numbers in here, right? So what it means that this key result to reduce user onboarding time is more important than, for example, completing the software development phase with etc. Okay, right? So what am I doing in here? But adding this weight, I'm telling big picture that this key result is 2 times more important than this completion of the software development, right? So that's the difference. So in general, higher weighted key results are given more importance. So when your boss asks why the progress bar only moved by 5%, even though you finish 3 major tasks, let's say, you can show them that the high weight must-haves are still in progress. This is the real project management, and it's all connected, because if we would go to this objective, you can see the progress chart in here, and down below you can see the alignment. Those are our key results, and in this place you can see that weight 1 means 17%, weight 2 means 33%, part of the progress. What would happen if we would go to one of those key results? And before that, let's look at this current progress. It's a bit more than 4%. Let's go to one of those and let's update it. Let's say this one is on track and our current value is 0.15. Let's submit it. And then we have a difference within this progress chart. And if we would go to the chart in here, you can see that the current progress is 6.67%, right? So you can see those changes right away as soon as you update the status or the value of a progress for a given key result that is part of the objective. Then this change will be reflected on this progress chart as well. If you would go down below, however, you can also see all the changes that have been applied recently. And in general, Big Picture is a fantastic, powerful tool, really, really powerful. But let's be honest, it's quite advanced, right? So it's not that easy to prepare a really, really proper setup. And we often have clients coming back to us with questions, because while it's quite easy to understand the theory of theme versus objectives, setting them up in the tool so you aren't cheating your own data is a whole different story. So just to remind what the difference is, let's go to the basics, because if you get this wrong, your Jira becomes a mess. If you get it right, you have a crystal clear bridge from your CEO's vision to your team's daily tasks. And this is what this topic is all about. So again, think of your strategic themes like this one as your North Star. They're long-term, high level. And if we would go to this one, we can see quite a few key results added, and you can be sure that this is a strategic related element, right? So it means that you don't complete them in a month, right? It's not that easy to complete this one, and it shouldn't be. That's why it's planned for the whole year, 2027. Okay, now what would happen if I would go to one of my key results and change its weight? Let's say I think that attaining an average App Store rating of 4.8 stars by the end of Q2 is really important one for me. So what I would like to do, I would like to change its weight to, let's say, 3. And currently, you can see at the same time that this contribution part is also changing, right? You have this eye icon. You can see what exactly this one means. And in general, this is going to be reflecting how important this one is for you. So let's hit save. We have it there, right? So my weight for this key result just changed. And if we would go back, we can see this change reflected in here, right? So in this column as well. Here, there's no change when it comes to the progress of the overall objective. What would happen if I would post an update by closing and grading this key result? Let's mark it as success. Let's say rating achieved 4.9 and grade is 1. Let's close this one. Success. Key result completed. So what just happened? I've closed the key result that is part of this objective, and you can see that the current progress is still at the same level, right? It hasn't changed. It's 11% something, right? So what it means for us? Updating key result by closing and grading it doesn't mean that it's going to influence the current progress. What actually will influence the current progress of the objective is changing the progress. So if I would go to my key result that I just reopened for purpose of this video, you can see that if we would update it and change the current value to, for example, 0.5, and then close and grade it, let's do the same. Let's grade it as 1 as before. Success. Close it one more time. And then if we would move to the objective that this one is part of, and again, it didn't change. Why on earth is that? Is that a bad example? Not really. What just happened is that we closed the objective. However, we didn't post an update in advance. So I reopened this one again. That's the one we just talked about, right? And you can see that the current value of the progress in here was set still at 0.25. So we closed this one with the same value. Why is that? Please remember, whenever you are updating the key result and you are changing the current value and then you would like to close and grade it, you have to first submit this change, so that this value is going to be updated, right? Then it's going to be updated on the chart as well. Then you should close and grade it. If we would now go to the objective, you can see that the progress is changed, is different, it's 20% now. So this is how it works, right? You have to first change the progress value and then close and grade this key result. So this is really important information for you. Please remember about it. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I automate this so I don't have to manually update it every Friday? Well, there's a way to sync this directly with your Jira issues using specific syncing rules. But that's a bit more under the hood than we can cover today here. So if you're tired of OKRs that feel like a core and want to see how to implement this real-time strategy into your Jira, reach out to us. We are happy to help, and we are happy to let you know how to manage those correctly in a most efficient way. And at Genius Gecko, we built these solutions for the biggest players, so no worries, we can help you too. Check the link in the description for our Big Picture training, and you can also book a call with us. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more PPM magic. See you in the next one.